We got a new game show sponsored by our favorite pharmaceutical company. Spin the wheel and win your prize. Oh my, what could it be? Oh, cerebral palsy. Or is it a heart attack? Because you know, heart attacks are contagious these days, especially in children. The kids are on their own these days. See, this guy, he knows the score. But as long as parents can continue to trust people like government, which literally means to mind control, and the closer the collapse of an empire, the crazier its laws. Austria has just made jabs mandatory. Communism is mandatory.
Please go and get a booster. Please go and get that third dose. That'll keep you safe and see these numbers stabilise and indeed come down. Plus, of course, protect us against whatever variant is next.
Thank you, Despot Dan. Appreciate that.
Science shows that people with only 2 doses of a COVID vaccine have only a 4% protection against being infected by the Omicron variant. Just 4%. With a third dose, it can provide a 64% protection against
They just get more insane and more insane. The absurdity. Malcolm X said only a fool will let his enemy teach his children. I'd say Malcolm X was right.
We have never invested as much in public education as we should have because we've always had kind of a private notion of children. Your kid is yours and totally your responsibility. We haven't had a very collective notion of these are our children. So part of it is we have to break through our kind of private idea that kids belong to their parents or kids belong to their families and recognize that kids belong to whole communities. Once it's everybody's responsibility and not just the households, then we start making better investments.
The kids you're on your own. The adults have left the building.
Thank you for teaching students that our own mental health is much less important than making triple vaccinated adults feel safe. Thank you for teaching me that even the most minute risk is not worth taking. Life is best when you take the path of least resistance, with no chance of failure and definitely no chance of catching a cold. Thank you for not reaching out to the students to ask how we feel about masks, because if you did, the majority of students would say that they hate masks, and then you might second-guess your decision to make us wear them. Thank you for allowing me to experience the anxiety associated with never seeing facial expressions. Thank you for teaching us that we should never question authority or think critically, but instead, we should follow whatever the people in charge tell us to do. Obedience is best. I realize now that thinking for yourself is overrated and not really necessary when you can just make decisions based on fear. Thank you for pushing your irrational fears and anxieties on me, because I didn't already have enough to worry about. I realize now how easy I had it when I only had to worry about my classes, my grades, the SAT, and getting into college. Thank you for teaching me that being a morally superior person only requires that I cover my face for 8 hours a day, and that the most morally superior people wear 2 masks or even 3 masks. As you know, states around us, Indiana, Wisconsin, Iowa, Michigan, and Minnesota, which have 2.5 times more students than Illinois, don't force kids to masks. I'm with you, though. These states are out of control, recklessly putting kids at risk of misery and death every day. Masks work, even if these states have the same outcomes as Illinois. Speaking of data, thank you for staying silent about masking, despite the fact that COVID has a very high survival rate in kids my age. Who needs data anyway, though? We all know that it will never be safe to see anyone's face ever again.
Children hold the purity of the human spirit. That's why they must be assimilated.
We're gonna get it soon! And then we can play! Yay! I'm so excited! We will get to play together when it's done. The shot! We will get to play together when it's done. The shot! We get to play together. We will get to play together. We will get to play together when it's done. The shot.
What can you say? This is what we've been reduced to. Stockholm Syndrome is when the captive starts working on behalf of the captor to further their goals. This is what our captor looks like as we are in a hostage situation. The new religion, the world's biggest growing religion, where Klaus says 4 billion useless eaters will have to be gone by 2030. Are you going to be one of the surviving members? Get to belong to Klaus's great new narrative? Or is it just going to be the sycophants, the bootlickers, the narcissists? How do you know if you won a ticket to Klaus's paradise? Are we already in Klaus's paradise? The closer the collapse, the crazier the laws. This woman has built a large collection of masks just to stop wearing them because a politician says so. See, the sheep will never give this up. They love it. This is what safety looks like. Imagine sitting on a plane next to that guy. What would you talk about? Are humans even human anymore? I don't think so.
Sono tutti qui? A posto. Grazie, Gea. Ciao. Ciao.
Total oblivion. Buy your new look. Buy your new personality. And don't forget to hold the line.